Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Cash Matlock. One person is dead after a shooting in Choctaw County last night. Choctaw County Sheriff's deputies say they responded to a missing persons call around 9 o'clock. When they arrived at the residence on Seaward Road, they discovered the body of a 38-year-old African-American male. Coroner Keith Coleman said the victim suffered multiple gunshot wounds. The victim's body was transported to Pearl for an autopsy. NBI, the Choctaw County Sheriff's Department, and the Choctaw County Coroner are investigating the incident. As of right now, there is no suspect in custody. We're going to have more information on this as it becomes available. The Boonville Police Department is asking for your help in identifying a person of interest. The department took to their Facebook page to post this photo of a woman who appears to be exiting a store. Now, police say the person is wanted for questioning in an ongoing investigation. Now, if you know who this person is, please contact the Boonville Police Department. One person was transported to the hospital after a single car crash in Oktibbeha County. Oktibbeha County Fire Coordinator Kirk Rosenhan says first responders arrived to the scene on West Point Road around 8:45 this morning. Rosenhan says the driver was picked up by someone passing by and transported to OCH Regional Medical Center before emergency officials arrived on the scene. He says it appears the car was traveling west when the driver lost control, crashing into the post of an iron gate and flipping over. The accident happened just west of Camps Airport Road. The condition of the driver is unknown at this time. That incident is under investigation. Well, the search for a missing man in the Golden Triangle continues. 31-year-old Corey Bond was last seen leaving an apartment on Stark Road on November 12th. The Starkville police say Bond's last known location was on Highway 82 East, heading towards Columbus or West Alabama. He's believed to be traveling in this Nissan car. SPD tells WCBI it is still actively investigating this missing persons case and receiving support from other agencies. If you know where Bond is, call Starkville Police. That number is 662-323-4131.
It is a cold and cloudy night here in downtown Columbus thanks to that cold front that came through our area earlier today. Luckily, that's kicked a lot of the rain out of here, but the clouds are sticking around, at least for right now. But as I mentioned, it's chilly. If you're headed outside, we're 45 right now at the Air Force Base, 43 in Tupelo, 45 in West Point as well, and 41 in Oxford. Notice right now, most everybody is cloudy, but these clouds are going to start to clear out by midnight or 1 a.m. or so, and that's going to allow our temperatures to fall. 36 for our low by tomorrow morning in Columbus, 36 in Starkville. Off to the north and west, some of those outlying areas could drop down to that freezing point, so keep that in mind. It's going to be a chilly start to your Sunday morning. Definitely want to grab that jacket. Now we're dry for Sunday, but rain chances are back in the forecast. I've got those details coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, thank you, Trevor. Well, last week during the Mississippi State and Alabama game, a World War II veteran was honored. WCBI's Tyler Hull got a chance to sit down with the vet and has more on the story.
Last Saturday, Fred Baker got the chance of a lifetime. Baker, who is a 98-year-old World War II veteran, is a native here in Columbus, but is a lifelong Alabama fan. Last week, Mississippi State honored and recognized veterans. Baker was one of those veterans.
They was going to honor 3 veterans, and 2 of them didn't show up. I was the only one that showed up. And they rolled out a red carpet, and I walked out on the field, and they made an announcement about me being 98 years old and a veteran, and they made a little speech, and I waved at everybody, and I walked back off the field.
But the highlight for Baker was getting to meet Alabama head coach Nick Saban.
Well, I was sitting there, and the team was coming out, going into the locker room, and Coach Saban saw me. He come straight to me and thanked me for my service, and I told him I appreciated that, and I said, I've got something for you. I pulled this, I make these pins, and I pulled it out and gave it to him.
Baker says it is an experience he'll never forget. Tyler Hall, WCBI News.
Well, Baker actually handmade those pins out of wood and deer antlers. The folks in our area are giving Thanksgiving dinner a fresh twist. More details after the break. Stay with us.
Watching WCBI News at 10 p.m. with Cash Matlock.
Thanksgiving is a time for family and your favorite home-cooked meals, but some people don't have enough to go around. And that's why one Oxford organization is making sure those families have a fresh meal on the table. Our DeAndrea Turner has more on the story.
Every bag has at least a serving of kale, we have carrots, a pack of eggs.
All for local families in need this Thanksgiving.
Hey man, would you like a Thanksgiving basket?
While the food pantry provides the main course like turkey, the Oxford Community Market's Harvest Angel Project provides families with loads of fresh produce for the Thanksgiving table.
But you don't really see a lot of fresh produce in the pantry all the time, and it's definitely not enough to create an entire meal for. So I think it's really cool that we can get all these bags together for them to be able to, especially around Thanksgiving time, to have a full meal for their family.
Coordinator Betsy Chapman says the entire community gets involved in the effort.
We've been very successful. Our customers have been very supportive in making donations so that we can purchase the local food from our farmers. So it's helping both people in need, the clients at the pantry, and our farmers who are heading into a slow season.
The joy of sharing meals with customers is volunteer Jamie Dufault's favorite part about Harvest Angel boxes.
People I've given baskets to, how happy they were. They're like, oh yeah, let me have a basket.
Chapman says this project is important because everyone needs a hearty meal this holiday season.
Everybody deserves access to the high quality, fresh, nutritious food that we sell here at the farmers market. And so we want to do our part to make sure that everybody gets some.
They had over 70 bags of locally grown produce to give out for this Harvest Angels project.
Well, this project has been going on for 3 years now. Well, after more than 1 year of working and planning, the city of Amory is now officially a stop on the Mississippi Blues Trail. WCBI's Chad Groening has more.
They gathered at Amory's historic Vinegar Bend to celebrate the unveiling of the marker on the site that has now officially been dubbed Vinegar Bend Blues Alley. It signifies the newest stop on the Mississippi Blues Trail. It documents an historic journey through Mississippi for travelers and blues fans to learn about the birth of blues in the Magnolia State.
We were so excited that we were able to bring something to Amory that was going to be something that locals would be proud of, and that people could come and visit our town and see, what our small town has to offer right here downtown on Main Street.
We're very blessed as Mississippians to have a genre of music that sprouted from our state, sprouted under bad circumstances, but it sprouted from our state nonetheless, and it forced other genres into being. And we're blessed to be a part of that to be part of our heritage, a very rich musical heritage. And we're blessed as residents of Amory to play a part in that.
Vinegar Bend Blues Alley has become an integral part of downtown Amory, and with the erection of this plaque, it will be even more so. But none of this would have happened if it hadn't been for a fire.
There was another owner that owned this building here, and a couple of years ago the building burned, and so I decided that I would buy this lot, and I bought the building next door over here also because we needed that area to complete our park. Over a year ago, I had heard that there were several people trying to get the blues marker in Amory, and it kind of fizzled out. So I decided that I wanted to take that project on because I wanted our park here to have something special in it.
And the unveiling of this marker was a very special moment for Dylan McKinney of Amory, who has been singing gospel since he was 4 years old.
Everybody like to dance. They like to have fun or whatever, and some people, the blues get them relax their mind. They put joy down in them.
And the blues have an international following. Shell Westerlund of Amory is originally from Sweden.
I grew up, in the era of soul music. Sam and Dave and Wilson Pickett and all these guys. But then I wanted to find the roots for it. So I went deeply into the blues, and ever since I've been a blues man.
And Mississippi's Miss Hospitality, Casey Pearson, summed things up.
And as we rock and roll along, we'll come across a blues crossroads and hear jazz, gospel, country, and more. Your ears will experience firsthand the birthplace of America's music.
Chad Groening, WCBI News, Amory.
Organizers say the Blues Trail is the biggest tourist attraction in Mississippi, and Amory is now officially a part of it. Trevor, got some weather moving into our area pretty soon.
Yeah, we're going to have a nice couple of days, but just our luck, there's going to be some rain moving in just in time for all that Thanksgiving travel, so get ready for it.
Great, perfect. Can't think of a better way to spend
I know. I'm going to get some angry phone calls about this one, I think. But the good news is, I think Thanksgiving's going to be okay. It's going to be the days leading up to it where you're on the roads. You might have to give yourself a few extra minutes. But I'm going to break that all down for you coming up right after this. Stay with us.
Your WCBI First Alert AccuWeather forecast with meteorologist Trevor Burchett.
Well, that cold front that brought us all the rain yesterday has moved off to our east. It's actually now off the screen and it's headed off into the Atlantic Ocean. But what it has left us with is all this cloud cover that we saw through the day today and even a little bit of patchy drizzle. We had some rain in Starkville earlier. Most of us have remained dry and generally overcast through the day. But these clouds, as you can see, are slowly but surely making their way out of here. Here's that time lapse from earlier today from the Alpha Insurance camera network across our region in Columbus, Tupelo, Louisville, and Vernon. You can see all those clouds just really sticking around through the day. Not anything in the way of sunshine across the area. Maybe a few peaks of sunshine down in like Winston or Noxubee County, but most of us stayed completely cloudy. Now, overnight tonight, these clouds are going to start to break up. I think by midnight or 1 a.m., we should start to see some clearing take place, and then we'll generally be mostly clear into the early morning hours. And with that lack of cloud cover, we're going to be able to cool down a lot more than we did last night. So last night, our low was in the 50s. Tonight, we're going to be down into those mid-30s. Maybe a quick sprinkle left over, but I think most of the rain has already made its way out of here. Now, this clearing trend is going to continue into tomorrow. Plenty of blue sky and sunshine all through the day, even through the afternoon, getting up to near 60, and then a mostly clear evening. Again, temperatures falling down into those mid to upper 40s. Your city-by-city forecast, we're going to check in with some of the smaller communities across our area. 57 for our high in New Hope, 57 in Winston. One of my favorites, 58 degrees for our high in Possum Neck in Attala County. Hello to our friends watching in Possum Neck. Plenty of blue sky down to the south in the Golden Triangle. And up to the north, 57 in Shannon in southern Lee County, 55 in Manatee, 54 for our high in Smithville. We'll hit 56 in New Holka and 56 also up in Cotton Plant. Same story there, plenty of blue sky and sunshine all through the day on Sunday. And over in West Alabama, 57 in Ethelsville and 56 in Kingville. An overall beautiful day with light winds coming out of the west at times. Now we're going to stay mostly clear and dry for the next couple of days. Sunday and Monday looking absolutely great, but rain chances are going to be on the up and up through the middle portion of the week. Of course, Thursday is Thanksgiving, so a lot of folks are going to be traveling, and some of this could impact your plans. So keep this in mind. We're going to walk you through it starting off Tuesday at 5 a.m. Notice we're mostly dry, but very quickly through the afternoon and evening, kind of an off and on shower event starts to move in here. This is not going to be a steady rain, but definitely much of the day you could be seeing some rainfall across the area on Tuesday. And this is all across much of Mississippi, Louisiana, and Arkansas. So if you're traveling around on Tuesday, keep that in mind. Give yourself a few extra minutes on the roadways. This cold front pushes through. We might have some showers early morning on Wednesday, but I do think the majority of Wednesday is going to be dry. So Wednesday, certainly a better day to do any traveling. Turkey Day also looking good. All that rain going to stay off to our north and west. Thanksgiving just going to stay mostly cloudy to overcast across the area. For that Black Friday shopping, also looking good, mostly dry, maybe a few sprinkles out there. But this cold front approaches once again on Saturday, bringing increased chances for more showers, maybe a rumble of thunder next Saturday. So you see those rain chances all laid out there for you on the 7-day forecast. 50% shot on Tuesday. That's definitely the best chance. We're going to be up into the 60s and 50s through the day, back up to the mid and upper 60s by the end of the week.
Definitely want to have your rain gear when you're standing in line on Black Friday.
Yeah, just keep it handy just in case. You never know.
But my question to you, Trevor, is do people actually still stand in line?
You know, I'll be there. I'm actually planning on leaving work that day and heading over to Tuscaloosa to shop. It's just something about it. I like being in all the action.
I'm convinced that it's all online now. I don't know.
No, there's going to be some folks out there for sure.
You think so?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, sports is coming up next. Courtney, what you got for us?
I'm happy that the rain from yesterday has moved out of the way because we have Friday night playoff action to resume between Choctaw County and Amanda Elzy. Those highlights when we come back after the break.
WCBI Sports with Courtney Robb.
Coming off the 38-7 loss at home against Alabama, Mississippi State hosting a tune-up game against Abilene Christian. Standing at 4 wins, the Bulldogs needing a solid game in the air as well as 2 more wins if State hopes to make its 10th consecutive bowl game. Let's get to Starkville. Running back Kylan Hill and company hosting the Wildcats. Quarterback Tommy Stevens taking a A little bit to warm up in this one. 5 to go in the first. The handoff to running back Nick Gibson. Gets right into the end zone there. The 4-yard touchdown. MSU takes a 7-0 lead. Early in the second quarter, Stevens back to pass finds wide receiver Dedrick Thomas. Right into the end zone, an 11-yard touchdown reception for Thomas. Mississippi State takes a 14-0 lead. Stevens back to pass once again, throws right over the middle to running back Kylan Hill. Off to the races and into the end zone. 88 yards for the touchdown. MSU leading 21-0 with 10 left in the second quarter. And 2 minutes to go before the break, the Wildcats strike back. Quarterback Luke Anthony finds running back Tracy James, goes around to his left, bulldozing into the end zone. ACU trailing Mississippi State 21-7 going into the break. That would be the only score of the evening for the Wildcats. MSU gets the job done 45-7, improving to 5-6 on the season. Next up, the Bulldogs will look to keep the Golden Egg in Starkville, hosting Ole Miss on Thanksgiving Day. The Alabama Crimson Tide's first matchup after losing starting quarterback Tua Tagovailoa to a right hip injury just last week against Mississippi State. Quarterback Mac Jones stepping in as the starter in this matchup to Western Carolina. The Crimson Tide getting the job done 66-3. A good outing for Jones. He finished with 10 of 12 for 275 yards and 3 touchdowns. The hardest test ahead for Alabama, hitting the road to play Auburn in the Iron Bowl next weekend. Time for some delayed high school football from Friday night. Third round matchup between Choctaw County and Amanda Elsie. Mid-first, no score. The Panthers with a fumble in the end zone. Picked up by the Chargers for 6. Choctaw County takes a 7-0 lead. Elsie trying to spark the Panthers offense. Panthers Howard Whitehead powering through the middle for a 20-yard gain. Unfortunately for the Panthers, that drive would stall. Second quarter, the Chargers continue to ball. Quarterback Tylen Carter finds wide receiver Quez McNeil. A 44-yard touchdown. The Chargers go up 14-0, and they never look back. Choctaw County knocks off Amanda Elsie 27-8 to advance to the team's first 3A North Half championship. The Chargers will face Noxubee County at home next Friday. The Rebels with the team's first real test this season against 16th ranked Memphis. I've got those highlights when we come back after the break. Welcome back. Game number 5 of the season for Ole Miss was the first real test the Rebels have faced all season long. A top 25 matchup on the road against 16th ranked Memphis. Luckily for the Rebels, the team would face the Tigers without star freshman center James Wiseman. Unlucky for the Rebels, Memphis forwards Precious Ashua and DJ Jeffries combining for 48 of the Tigers' 87 final points. Let's get to Memphis for the top 25 matchup between Ole Miss and 16th ranked Memphis. Early in the first half, guard Breein Tyree with the mid-range J. Ole Miss taking an early 5-2 lead. 12 to go in the first. Ole Miss. Memphis forward DJ Jeffries with the dunk to take a 14-12 lead, or to cut Ole Miss's lead to 14-12. And then midway through the first, a lob pass to Precious Ashua finishes with the dunk, cuts Ole Miss's lead 23-22. Before the half, forward Blake Hinson out on the wing knocks down the 3 bucket. Ole Miss up 26-22. Second half, Rebels with the ball. Ashua with the steal. Finishes with the one-hand slam, 49-40, Memphis in the lead. Ole Miss trying to work its way back. Hinson pulls up, knocks it down. It's 77-71, Memphis still in the lead. Schuler trying to cut it down from beyond the arc, knocks down the downtown bucket. It's 83-78, Ole Miss cutting that Memphis lead down. And guard Breein Tyree for Ole Miss. Out in transition. Gonna take this to the rim and the dunk. It's 84-82. Memphis makes it a one-possession game. Unfortunately, Ole Miss losing a heartbreaker, 87-86. Guard Breein Tyree finishing with 24 points on the day. The Rebels transition defense allowing 20 points off the fast break. Here's Ole Miss head coach Kermit Davis after the game.
Bree and these guys got great hearts, and I knew we'd keep battling and playing, and we did. We fought it right at the end till a one-possession game, and it was close. I mean, to whether that's the chance you take. We all in that dilemma, when you foul like that, and I agree with the decision they made to try to foul up 3, but it was kind of a bang-bang play when Brian went up to shoot it. So we did. We fought it back to get right to a one-possession game, so proud of them.
That's it for sports. We'll be back. Stay with us.
Starting your morning with an average cup of Joe, Trevor, grab an espresso. That's because November 23rd is National Espresso Day, and when we think of an espresso, we most likely are focused on the highly concentrated coffee brew usually served in a small cup, but the National Day calendar says in the late 1800s, espresso was just a coffee made expressly for the person ordering it. Now, the word espresso means quick in time in Italian, and a lot of people mix that up with espresso.
Yeah. So fun facts there about espresso. Interesting for sure.
I'm sorry?
Very.
I missed this portion of the conversation.
Yeah, very interesting. I mean, some of this coffee looks really good, though.
Yes, it does.
Well, some good weather for some coffee for the next couple of days. Maybe take the coffee outside on Sunday and Monday. Rain chances to return by the middle of the week. Nice for Thanksgiving, though, before more rain chances next weekend.
I like all of my coffee quick in time, if anyone was curious.
Who knew that's what that meant?
I've never even tried an espresso.
It's in a latte.
Well, thank you guys for joining us. We'll see you back here tomorrow.